Okay, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Monday edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Hoodco Roofing, hoodcoroofing.com, Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com, and ProCharge EV, prochargeev.com. All right, y'all. How about it? Who dat? Saints win, Saints win. Great. So much better. Start your weekend. Start your week after the Saints get it done on a Sunday. So, best offensive performance of the year is for New Orleans. They put up over 500 yards of offense on Indianapolis. Derek Carr threw for 310. Taysom threw for another 44 yards. 511 total offense for the Saints, 350 passing, 161 rushing. So they got it done in the air and on the ground. It was far from perfect, but I'll tell you, I think if this team gets this season turned around and going in the right direction, I think we will look back at this game and a specific point in the game after Indy scored, the Saints responded to tie it. Carr had the fumble, they kicked the field goal, and then they scored on the Zach Moss touchdown run to go up 17-7. And you're down 10 in the second quarter, and you've lost 3 in a row. And given what this week was with all of the negativity surrounding the organization as a whole, and my hand's in the air, I've been part of that, obviously, and it's been justified. But at that point, all the criticism of Dennis Allen and Carmichael and Derek Carr yelling at Chris Olave and Michael Thomas going on Twitter and then Olave getting arrested, just all the stuff, right? And then you're on the road in Indianapolis and you find yourself down 17-7. You're down 10 in the second quarter, just like that, you're down. It would have been, I think, easy for them to have folded, but they didn't. They rallied. Taysom scored. Then they hit the deep ball to Shaheed to go up 21-17. Colts kicked the field goal right before half to pull it within 1. And it stayed like that until Kamara's second touchdown there at the end of the third quarter, and you went up 28-20. Now, it looked like you'd put it away when Taysom scored for the second time to go up 35-20. But it wasn't. Your defense gave up a quick touchdown drive, 6 plays, 2 minutes off the clock. And so now all of a sudden it's an 8-point game. It's a 1-score game. If they get a stop, if they get a stop, they're getting the ball back with a chance to go tie it. And they do, because Chris Olave lets the ball bounce off his helmet. That would have been a walk-in touchdown. And so you're sitting there thinking, here we go. And they convert a 3rd and 18, and you're like, here we go. But they buckled down, man. They buckled down and got off the field after giving up that 3rd and 18, forced the punt. The Saints went down, kicked a field goal. For all intents and purposes, that ended the game. The Saints were up 2 scores, no time left, and that's how it ended, 38-27. So, again, it was far from perfect. The Derek Carr fumble is something that can't happen. The 9 penalties Your penalties continue to be in. They finished with 8. Excuse me, 8 accepted penalties. But that continues to be a problem for this team. So again, they're far from perfect. Yesterday was far from perfect, but you saw, I think, glimpses of what the offense can be when it's efficient. And the defense gave up a pretty big day. I mean, the defense allowed 27, and the Colts scoring everybody. That's a really good offense that Shane Steichen's got there. You gave up a couple long runs to Taylor and to Moss. Yeah, they put up 370 yards of offense on you, but you made plays when it counted, and you overcame a double-digit deficit and on the road, and all that is really good. That's all encouraging. And now, when you look ahead, this week you're at home against the Bears. The Bears got pounded last night on Sunday Night Football, and so the Bears go from L.A. back to Chicago, then to New Orleans. So tough scheduling point for the Bears. The Saints get to come home, and then the Saints go to Minnesota. And you probably saw yesterday that Kirk Cousins has a torn Achilles, and so now you're going to face, I don't know who. Does Minnesota go make a trade for a quarterback? Maybe. Do they sign someone off the street? Possibly. But injuries are unfortunate. They're part of the game, and the Saints have caught some breaks, man. You didn't have to face Anthony Richardson yesterday. You're not going to face Justin Fields. You're not going to face Kirk Cousins. I mean, we did a video before the season that went viral with me talking about all the quarterbacks the Saints were going to face. And I mentioned Tannehill, Bryce Young, Jordan Love, Baker Mayfield, Mac Jones, C.J. Stroud, Trevor Lawrence, Anthony Richardson, Justin Fields, Kirk Cousins, Desmond Ridder, Jared Goff. I mean, you avoid the best quarterbacks in the NFL. So that should bode well for your defense. So, look, if you're going to get your season turned around, here's the great chance to do it. You went on the road and beat the Colts. You're going to face a backup quarterback from the Bears and then a backup quarterback from the Vikings. You could theoretically win 3 in a row going into your open date before you come out of your open date on the road against Atlanta. So go win a home game against the Bears, go beat a backup quarterback in Minneapolis, and you're 6-4 going into your bye before you go to Atlanta, and you're feeling pretty good. So, see. Again, if they get this thing turned around and going in the right direction, I think we'll point to that moment when the Saints were down 10 in the second quarter and turned it around and wound up winning by double digits. So. All right, let's say some good morning, see what y'all got. John Hendricks, good morning. Happy the Saints got a win. Fernell Thomas, good morning. Even though we won, I'm still sticking to my guns because, once again, I'm giving the defense all the credit this game, even though Carr had a decent game. Carr played well, man. You can give Carr credit when it's due. The question is, can you do it consistently enough to be a contender? And that's always been the question with Derek Carr, and still is the question. So, look, here's the thing, man. They weren't going to lose every game the rest of the way, of course. But if you look at yesterday and say, all right, well, you see, that's why I'm sold on Derek Carr. Well, then, if you're looking at a one-game sample, by that measure, then Patrick Mahomes stinks. If you're just looking at a one-game sample. Because the Kansas City Chiefs did not score a touchdown against the Denver Broncos yesterday. A Denver Broncos defense that allowed Miami to score 70 points. Mahomes was 24 of 38 for 241, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and a QBR of 42.6. So, let's not overreact to a one-game sample. Deacon Alec Campbell, good morning. Brian Broom, Charlie Cavell, Rocky Killian, good morning. Olave looks off. Is this as simple as a sophomore slump? Maybe. The bad body language is a problem, though. And look, it's not that they're not throwing the ball his way. Chris Olave had the most targets of any Saints receiver yesterday. Olave was targeted 9 times. Michael Thomas targeted 7 times. Kamara 5 and Shaheed 3. So Shaheed was targeted 3 times. He caught all 3 for 153 yards and a score. Michael Thomas was targeted 7 times, caught 4 of them. Olave was targeted 9 times, caught 5 of them. So, I mean, they're throwing the ball his way. He can't say it's lack of interest or whatever because they're throwing the ball to him. How about not letting a walk-in touchdown bounce off your head, kid? Joey Metke, Wendell Norman, Leon Williams, Brian Wynn, Billy Bertanier. Is it sustainable is the question. Billy, they're going to be a home favorite against the Bears. And with no Kirk Cousins, they might be a road favorite against Minnesota. I'll remind you, they were also a road favorite in Green Bay, and they were a road favorite in Houston against Jordan Love and C.J. Stroud. And they lost both those games. So that's what inconsistent teams do, right? Championship teams find consistency in a league that is impossibly inconsistent. Bad or mediocre teams find their ways to the mean because they can't find a way to win games they should win. The Saints should beat the Chicago Bears in the Superdome on Sunday. They should. Will they? Let's go see. Brad David, Trivia Carter, Abner Neal, Matt Plavidal, good morning. All right, got an off day. Good for you. Enjoy it, bud. Jesse Brown, if Hill doesn't play another down, is he a Ring of Honor participant? No. Saints Hall of Fame, yes. Ring of Honor. Keep in mind, the Saints Ring of Honor is Archie Manning, Willie Roaf, Morton Anderson, Ricky Jackson. You're talking about Pro Football Hall of Famers. You know what I mean? So no. Taysom's not a Ring of Honor guy. Guy Brooks, good morning. Happy LSU-Bama week. I look forward to all the information and analysis this week. Thank you, Guy. Appreciate it. Matt, I missed you on WDSU last night. Oh, they aired it last night. I recorded that with Sharif on Thursday. I think Thursday night. It was just a LSU-Bama preview. Craig Dugas, how about Gronk? The division is bad. I mean, a team with a losing record will make the playoffs. It's a horrible division competitively. I didn't hear Gronk say that, but he's not wrong. I mean, a team with a losing record made the playoffs last year. Tampa. And I don't care. It's the NFL. If you win your division, you make the playoffs. Eric Bertrand, good morning. Bought a Shaheed jersey out of pure impulse after the game. Brandon Tilley, good morning. Have you seen the story about the guy who predicted the Saints season perfectly so far via coin flip? He predicted 11-6. I have not seen that story. That's wild. Jerry G, good morning. Leon Williams, I think Saints fans start panicking more than any other fan base not named Dallas. The Niners were 3-4 last year, lost to Atlanta before getting hot. Maybe we could do something similar, maybe. Leon, I'm not going to say the Saints fans panic more than any other fan base, mostly because you tend to know more about your own, so you're closer to it, so it seems that way. Like the Bengals had a rough start this year, that's true. The difference is, when you look at the Niners, they had a track record with that coach and that organization of getting things together and being really good. Championship caliber defense, obviously made the McCaffrey trade last year, but coach who had been to a Super Bowl had a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter, blew it. But they deserve the benefit of the doubt. The Saints have a quarterback that has never really won big and a head coach that's not a good head coach. So, so it's not what and what, comparing the two. Looking at Cincinnati's slow start this year, again, Joe Burrow's been to a Super Bowl. Zach Taylor got him there. There are reasons to give that organization the benefit of the doubt. Let's see, Tier 1 Solutions 28. This team can change the narrative with a couple of wins. Brock Blanchard, just me, or does it seem like Olave doesn't want to be there? A lot of those questions today. David Bass, Matt, does anyone know if LSU's women's game will be on TV tomorrow? Yeah, I think, well, actually, let me check real quick. It is, I know it is, but let me just check what channel. I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. They play, oh no, I'm sorry. No, the exhibition, no. Actually, it says SEC Network Plus. Okay. SEC Network Plus, there you go. The Colorado game on the 6th is what I was thinking of in Vegas. That's on TNT. That's what I thought. But yes, so tomorrow is on SEC Network Plus. Bailey C might come to Don Juan this Saturday. Okay, dude, Don Juan should be a lot of fun. Last year for Bama, it was lit, and that was a home game, road game with obviously not everybody making the trip. Might be even more interesting to see how many people come out. So should be packed. Should be a good time. Looking forward to it. Bradley and Graffia, Weston Weaver, Spurge, good morning. Mo Thibodeau, Jerry, all the talk on Carr. He woke up on Sunday. Yeah, man, it's great to see. I hope they can stack those performances, man. Come home, beat the Bears, go to Minnesota, beat the Vikings without Kirk Cousins. Again, you wake up, you're 6-4 going into your bye, and then you got a road game against Atlanta. Like, it's right there for you. We said the same thing last year. See if they can go get it. Larry Gardner, Cameron, good morning. Giving Pete and Carr credit this week. I'm not convinced yet after one game, just like I wasn't convinced we sucked after 2 bad games. Cajun Country, morning, Matt. Off sports topic. What's the worst story about your book selling days up north? By the way, Olave looks like a spoiled brat. Trade him, get some assets. I know that won't happen. That's one guy you could trade, but yeah, I don't think they will. You could trade a guy on a rookie deal, but why would you trade Olave at this point? Thomas could be done after the season, although I don't think he will be. Shaheed's an exclusive rights free agent. You've got Chris Olave on a rookie deal through 2026, so it would make sense. But my worst story about selling books. Let me think on it. I got lots of them. That was 21 years ago. So I need some time to jog the memory. Hunter Broadhead, good morning. Let's see, Jesse Brand. Yeah, smash the like button, please. If you're there on YouTube, please smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel, Facebook. Please like the Matt Scone page, share the post. We appreciate y'all for being there as always. Let's see, where are we? Trivia card or spending my off time painting my daughter's room. Okay, dude. That a boy. That's a good dad right there, man. That's what you do. You paint the room. That's what we do. Sorry, y'all. One sec. As a reminder, Brian Kelly press conference today. There was no press conference last week because it was open date. So Brian Kelly meets with the media today at noon to start previewing the Bama game. Where are we? Deborah Coward, Bubba Smith, good morning. Billy, someone explain to me how 32 teams passed on Shaheed in the draft. Happens every year, man. Small school guy, small school guy and a small guy, really good speed, but there are misses in the draft every year, man. 32 didn't just pass. 32 passed 7 times. Brad Roban, good morning. Seeing how NCAA football is starting to mirror the NFL, why can't college coaches have coaches challenge flags? They can request a review. But by and large, I think replay has done a good job of correcting the plays that need to be corrected. The thing that I like is collaborative review, where the people in the command center can just signal in through the official's ear what the correct call is, instead of having to run off to the side and go look at the little tiny screen on the field and make a call. Rick Manuel, Michael Cook, Kelly Gross, good morning, y'all. Josh DeVilliers, if LSU wins, does T-Bob celebration trump last season? Man, last season, probably not, unless if they win in a similar fashion. But, I mean, you got to remember the circumstance of the game where, I mean, I know you remember it, obviously, but the reason that the reaction was what it was because it was a 2-point conversion in overtime. I mean, it was the drama of knowing you will win or lose the game on this play, and they won. It was crazy. So, no, I don't think any celebration this year would trump that one. Hey, Dad, good morning. Randy Dabdu, what game did you jump in the pool? I did it twice, Randy. I did it after Tommy White hit the walk-off to send LSU to the championship series, and I did it again after LSU won the Natty. Because my nephew, my godchild Anthony, told me that my first dive into the pool, he's like, it was like a 3 out of 10. So I had to do better. Like, well, buddy, my pool in the shallow end is 3 feet deep, and at the deepest part, it's 6 feet. So, like, I can't exactly go, like, vertical into the pool. I kind of have to go at an angle when I jump in. Chris P., good morning. Matt went to the car show in North Carolina, picked up another Mustang, a 1986 GT. Okay, first car back in 94. Wow. Good on you, bruh. Ronnie Duga, your fan Cam. What's up, your fan Cam? Is it your fan Cam or your fan Cam? Like Cam like Cameron or Cam like Cameron, like your name? Should LSU defense let Harold Perkins QB spy and let him rush? I think there will certainly be packages where he is spying Jalen Milroe. Yes, that makes the most sense. Correct. Peppermint mocha creamer in my coffee with a cool breeze on the porch. It feels so right. Anyway, already the peppermint mocha. I'm not mad at you. You do you, bro. We got Christmas lights up. Shout out, got lit. This is one thing I know we're going to talk about a lot this week, and some of you may have already heard me say this, but there's this feeling about Jalen Milroe as a runner. How else you got to stop Jalen Milroe from running? Because we've all seen him run, and he can run. Like, he can tuck it and run. He's like, he runs like a track sprinter. Choose backpack. I'll be right back. Okay. All right. Milroe running this year against Middle Tennessee, 7 for 48. Against Texas, 15 for 44. Against Ole Miss, 16 for 28. Against Mississippi State, 11 for 69. Last 3 games. Texas A&M, 8 for negative 31, long of 12. Of course, he was sacked 6 times in that game, but a long of 12. Arkansas, 11 for negative 19, long of 7. Was sacked 5 times. Tennessee, 9 for 3 yards, long of 15, sacked 4 times. Point is, Alabama's offensive line is not very good. So the fewest sacks all season were 2 against Middle Tennessee. In conference play, the fewest have been 4. Tennessee, Mississippi State, Ole Miss sacked him 4 times. So, yes, LSU should be able to pressure Milroe and sack him. Number 2, his long run of the year so far is 53 yards against Mississippi State. But what we've seen the last 3 games is Milroe is not a runner. They're not running him. They're running a more traditional offensive set with McClellan and Williams as their running backs. And Milroe runs not out of design plays, but out of broken plays and scrambles. So that's one of the things where you look at Harold Perkins and you say, yes, just don't let him on a busted play get loose. So yes, I do think there will be those moments where he is spying. I do. Craig, I read that one. Eli Yasu, the division is awful. The Saints have an awful schedule ahead. True. That's why there's hope. I still think, though, if you win a bad division and you get in the playoffs, I mean, my prediction for the season was 10-7, win the division, lose in the wild card round, because I don't think this is a very good team. I don't think it's a contending team. But do I want my team to get in the playoffs? Absolutely, because you can't win and advance in the playoffs if you don't get in. So, yeah, of course I do. Hey, Rebecca Claire, good morning. Tim Gotro. Trivia, I need them to tank. Reed Rule, morning Scone, worry the D-line won't get enough pressure on Milroe to give our secondary some help. Will Wingo be back? We'll get an update on Wingo today. I don't know yet. I was concerned last week when Brian Kelly said he was going to miss some time, which makes me believe he probably won't play. But we'll find out today. And I'll remind you again, the fewest times Milroe has been sacked all season was 2 against Middle Tennessee. And in a conference game, the fewest sacks have been 4. So LSU will get home because Alabama's offensive line has not been very good. But the times when Milroe does have an opportunity to throw, can the back end hold up? And I don't know the answer to that. Let me rephrase. I don't feel good about the answer to that. H-Town Creole, Scott Shirley review. Any update on Marlon Martinez's injury? Looked like he took a knee to the head against Army and didn't go back in the game. Have not got an update on Martinez. I don't think it's anything to be concerned with, Scott. When Brian Kelly went through the injury report last week, he didn't mention Martinez. So we'll find out today, though, definitively. Chris P., what's up? Let's see. H-Town Creole, do you think Denver Harris returns to the team this week? I do not. Mo Thibodeau, he had an ACL injury going into the draft. Tim Gotro, happy with the win, still frustrated that we can't clean up mental errors, penalties, etc. Chris P., not sure if I missed it, but your thoughts on the Saints offense. They looked great yesterday. I think, for me, the biggest difference yesterday, Mike Triplett tweeted this, I don't know if y'all saw this. The biggest difference was Taysom Hill's involvement. Taysom threw 2 passes, completing 1 for 44 yards, which was darn near intercepted. That was the one that went to review. And Hill had 9 carries for 63 yards and caught a pass for 14. Mike Triplett tweeted this. It's a great statistic. Sometimes we look for stats that don't always tell the whole thing, but Mike, where is it? Anyway. Here it is. Sorry. Saints are now 17-1 all time when Taysom Hill has at least 7 carries in a game. He had 9 for 63 yards and 2 touchdowns against the Colts. 17-1 when Taysom Hill has at least 7 carries in the game. I mean, what else do you need to see? Give that man his touches. Okay, I gotta go. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a great day. YouTube, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Facebook, please like the Matt Moscone page, share the post. As always, shout out to Brock. You need an orthopedist, go to Brock. You need a roof, give a shout at Hutco, HutcoRoofing.com. Peace.